Yo, yo, yo. Happy Friday morning. It is that time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we are here for another episode of Elite Zone Live. I'm here with Shauna Stevens. Hello, Shauna. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How we doing?
Doing well. Super excited today to talk about AI SEO and smart lead generation for all these hustler, grinder, real estate agents out there. Yeah, we're going to get into it. I know this is a big topic as of late. You know, everybody's all the buzz is about AI, and that's probably going to stay that way for who knows, maybe the next 5 to 10 years, maybe ad infinitum, who knows. But we're going to get into it a little bit, drop some value. I'm going to bring us both on the stage. There we are. Hello. So, to start things out, we're talking about how AI is transforming real estate marketing and, also tying that into how we at Agent Elite can help agents, not just, with deploying specific AI tools and helping them there, but just to understand it, understand the strategy, understand how and where, and kind of demystify this a little bit. So the first thing I want to get to is to address any panic here. AI is not going to replace real estate agents, all right?
No.
But the agents using it are going to replace the agents that don't
Not
use
using
it.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
So to expand on that a little bit for me, what do you think?
Well, I mean, you have to understand, like, if you look around in society, right? How many times, people are grabbing their phone, hey, Siri, where's this? Hey, what is this? Or they might use ChatGPT before they go to Google. Or even if you look at the Google search, it's giving you an AI summarization, right? And so if an agent isn't using, their site or configuring it correctly, or the data isn't machine readable and trusted, you're not going to get kind of like cited back or clicked or called, right? And so when we're talking about like it will replace the agent not using it, I mean, it's the same thing when it's talking about SEO ranking. Like if your ranking is increasing and the other person's going down, you're going to be more visible, right? And so that's where, if you're using AI SEO, things like that, you are going to become that visible agent out and outrank other agents that aren't.
Exactly. Yeah, I 100% agree. And just so everybody's clear, by AI SEO, like for agents, what we're talking, the traditional SEO, long tail keywords,
Metadata.
metadata, alt image text for, all of this stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's still relevant and it still works, but it's different now. Not with AI, we're getting into machine learning too, and it's good, right? Because it helps you track what buyers and sellers are Googling actually in real time. And there's SEO, there's AI SEO tools that can help with traditional SEO as well, auto suggesting keywords and content clusters, and helping agents write blog posts. Like now you could write 15 blog posts in 2 hours, and as long as you're prompting right, you could get really good results out of that. So but yeah, so we're talking SEO and AI SEO is two different things. I feel like kind of a way to summarize it is agents, like, you still need to be everywhere, right? And
Yep.
that's like the old strategy, and it still works, is to be everywhere. But now it's, you have to be everywhere, but then also use AI and machine learning to be faster and smarter and get the edge, kind of.
Yeah. And if you look at AI, add that in the strategy of being everywhere, right? We talk about omnipresence, and SEO used to just be like stuffing keywords, 10, 15 years ago, right? And then people would do these SEO reports like, oh, you're not ranking here, or the speed's not this, or the meta tag, or the heading. And those things, play, a contribution to it, but they are not everything anymore. And so the be everywhere, that's like have your social media, be on the listing directories, be on your website. Now you got to also be searchable on AI. Like that, look at that as another avenue or channel that in your marketing mix. right? And then you look at, okay, how can I use AI to help me get above or get there faster, or streamline things a little more for me and put out more content, right? So I kind of break it down into two different things. Like, make sure you're structured right so AI can find you as a channel, but also make sure you're using AI to help you put out more, right? Because again,
Yeah,
all that cell phone, when you go, hey, where is this, or find this near me, all that cell phone is doing is looking up those other channels and those other medias to make sure it can find you.
exactly. And Justin made a reel the other week, and he was talking about the fact that, like, for AI, they're not just looking at the most popular, like the
Mm-mm.
highest ranking channel. They're looking at like the 50th to see, are you hitting all of these different listings, like getting all of your info to all the online listings. It's not just like, oh, okay, well, Google My Business is all good, like the top 5 are good, so let's rank this person. No,
Yeah.
now it's like, it's because everything is faster, right? I mean, an AI can scan billions of URLs instantly, so it's looking like who's got the most robust presence and
Mm-hmm.
whose content is the newest, the most informative. It's not just the spider bots, Google spider bots now. So, yes, and with the speed and ease of AI with creation, it's also, I mean, it's going to bring the competition up too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because other people can do this. So if you're not kind of on the AI train, which, as I like to say, like my buddy Gary Vee says, it's already left the station.
Yeah.
Regardless as if you want it to be that way or not, the train has already left the station. So hop on board.
Yeah.
But just to talk about this stuff, we do our concierge. We can do SEO optimized blog posts for agents if this is something they're not interested in doing. And we also can guide them on the strategy if it's
Mm-hmm.
something that they need. But I always like to throw that out there. Because if you're still trying, if anybody is trying to write their blogs, manually, that's awesome. But you're competing against agents who have a digital team. They're using AI. They're ahead of the game, right? So if this is like
Yeah.
something that you're just like, I don't want to dance in this arena at all, get some help. Hit us up.
Yeah.
We can point you in the right direction.
And so it all goes down to like the visible agent, right? The visibility. Like, the first thing you have to do in order to get more leads, to get more closings, is make sure you're following a marketing process and steps to make sure that you're found in those places to create more visibility, right? And so, yeah, our concierge service is more or less the done for you model of like, hey, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to learn all the SEO stuff. I don't want to do that. I want to focus on my clients. That's why we created it, so we can do it for you. You don't have to do it. Otherwise, we're just giving you all the secret sauce of how you can go about and do it, right? The other tool, our local presence, right? That think of local presence as your source of truth for your business listings, and it's that syndication engine, right, for local SEO. So what we do is we take your name, address, phone number, hours, service, updates, whatever you for your business, and we update it to 75 plus different directories, apps, maps, assistants, including connecting your Google business to it and having those integrations. What it does is it's preventing those mismatch that actually tank local rankings and confuses AI, right? If somebody types in Google, real estate agent near me or top real estate agent, right? And your information pops up, but it's not matching across those directories. Google goes, it's kind of confusing. Let's show somebody else that's not, right? And that's a big part of your working with AI, so that we can direct Google business where to find you, how to rank you, and making sure that your information is, accurate across all those local packs.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's on, like, for local presence, especially if you're using AI and AI SEO and you've got a good local presence, you're already built up, your NAP is consistent across all of your listings, and you're adding content, that's going to give you an advantage when you start running your the AI SEO.
I want to interrupt real quick. NAP, for everybody who doesn't know, is name, address,
sorry.
That's the acronym we use on the marketing world of like what needs to be correct, because it's basically like asking if you lined up 10 people right now, just random people you picked off the street, and you said, hey, do you know a real estate agent? You might get person one that goes, yeah, I know someone, they helped me 5 years ago. I don't have their number, but they're an agent. You might ask another person, they're like, yeah, Bob Smith, but I don't have his phone number. Another one might say, Bob Smith, here's his phone number, here's his address. And if all of those 10 people are inconsistent, right, and you're asking for that agent, who do you believe and who do you trust? You kind of almost get like, I don't know how much, I'm going to go find my own person. That's what you are doing to the internet and everybody else out there if you don't have all these directories and the Google business set up. You are basically confusing AI, confusing users and everybody that's trying to find you. And so why do the consumer then go, well, let me just go to Zillow, or let me go here, let me go there? Because you're not making it easy for them to find you and reach out to you.
Exactly. And we talked about this in one of our last episodes about how, well, actually, we've talked about it a lot. I mean, with the ease of this stuff, it means that any agent can jump on social media. Any agent can create, captivating content with the tools that we have and everything. But it's the agents that are making themselves the easiest to be found and the best reputable agent, the best reputation on search engines and across the internet, and especially in their local areas, that are going to have the advantage here, because you want the support of not only Google, but you want the social proof, you want the reputation, and all of that comes together. Last episode we talked about the digital ecosystem. So this AI is kind of a way to speed this up, make it more accurate. But I want to just go back. I really like how you said that it's like AI search is like another channel, right? So that is like if I'm asking ChatGPT, best real estate agent in Tallahassee, for AI to be able to scan, that's going to be where most people are going. I don't know about you, but when I search for things now, it's mostly on ChatGPT. I do it on Google still, but even Google has the AI suggestion pop up. Right?
Yeah, so absolutely. Absolutely. And the biggest thing too is like, understanding that AI can't recommend what it can't read, right? And so a lot of people are like, oh, I love the pretty picture, but if it can't read what that picture is, it doesn't know how to recommend it, right? And so what we do with local presence is, it makes your info so structured and consistent. Then it's pushing, syndicating it everywhere buyers, sellers could be looking, right? And so that's the biggest thing, is making sure that data is structured so that it can be read. That's how we help you rank. We don't expect you to understand all that and go through it. That's why we have the tools for it, right? And so with it, you have to make sure that you're set up with the tools that can be found and used, and that it's got AI built into it, right? The train's left. Are you jumping on now? Are you gonna be the one that's late to the party? Okay. Think about it. When social media came out, everybody was like, oh my God, that's new, that's different, that's taboo, that's this, and boycotted it, right? And then they started going, okay, I got to get on it, I got to do it, right? AI is the same thing. Don't fall behind that train. Don't get caught in the dark and just, it's new and I don't want to change and I don't want to learn something. That's why there's companies like Agent Elite that are here to help you.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, so the SEO side, the AI SEO helps buyers and sellers find agents. Now, let's talk about the lead gen portion. So you've got your ecosystem set up. You're running, the traditional SEO. You've got your website. You're starting to run some AI SEO strategies. So now you've got traffic coming to your website, people from your local area, that are targeted appropriately. And now, instead of traditionally using the expensive ads, cold leads, manual follow up, we've got the predictive behavior tracking, the automated nurturing, and things like that feed information to agents about the buyers and sellers and what they're doing, and then also vice versa. They feed information about you to the buyer and seller. So now that we can do this, and the Agent Elite websites have automation and behavioral predictive analytics, behavioral tracking. You can see this stuff if you have an Agent Elite website, but it's going to track user behavior on your website. What are they looking at? What are they saving? What are their, things like that. And then it's going to score those leads. So you have, these are my hot leads. These aren't, and then it triggers automation, the personalized emails, the texts, the alerts in real time. So, with the advent of this, what are you seeing and hearing from agents who are using this? Is this making a really big difference for them? And like the adoption rate, are clients diving into it and really leveraging it?
The AI side or just the automation side?
It's like both, whatever. Yeah. The automation side, all of it.
The kind of agents, marketing strategy, right? You've got some agents that are very, very referral heavy. And so it's about leveraging the tools we have to support your referrals, give more to them so that you can be found, right? The 90% of our agents are using the Our Local Presence tool to help increase that local ranking, because it's way easier than spending hours a week trying to log into 75 different directories, right? But they're also using the reputation management side of local presence. What is that? Well, what are you doing to ask for reviews? Are you just waiting for people to reach out to you with a review, or are you actually asking for them and having them publish them on Google or Yelp or Facebook, right? So asking for reviews, we're seeing that shift on Google Map Packs, that like the people that have more reviews are ranking. But then the other caveat is, well, I have 500 reviews, but this person only has 10. Why are they ranking higher? They respond to each of those reviews. That's the other piece, is like that responsiveness. Because Google's idea is like, how do I keep everybody here with me on Google, using Google? Okay. And so they want to provide the best search experience. And so if you as an agent aren't keeping those things up to date and people bounce off your profile, Google goes, I don't like that. I want people that don't bounce. So how I'm going to rank this other person that actually responds and gives a better interaction, right? And so the AI side is looking for that conversational piece. So when you get a review and then respond to it, that's a conversation that somebody can actually see. And so that's how you rank it.
That's interesting. Okay, so AI, they're not just looking for like I'm saying, like it's some secret society. AI is not just looking for people that have a positive reputation, but they're looking for the engagement between the person leaving the review or the client, buyer, seller, and the agent. So
so they look at that. They look at, do you have FAQs, right?
Yeah.
How can somebody find the answer they're looking for without having to call you or anything? Now, as much as we in business say, but I want to talk to them because I know I can help them, right? Google wants to keep them on Google finding their information. We are in an educational abundance of information era, right? And so you have to make sure that you are coming up for all the answers that buyers, sellers might have, or all the answers to their questions that buyers or sellers might have, right? And that's how you're going to create that conversational kind of content.
Yeah, and the tools that are available and the tools that Agent Elite that we provide, with the automation, it just makes me think. Like, for example, if someone saves 3 listings in the same neighborhood, the CRM, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it can send them an automatic text saying like, looks like you love X neighborhood. Do you want to see what other listings are new this week? And can start those conversations right off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, Um, yeah.
So yeah, I mean the websites, the
Sorry, I froze
CRM.
there for a minute.
That's okay. That's yeah. I didn't know if that question didn't make any sense. I guess what I'm trying to get at is, if AI is scanning for engagement and conversation and connection between you and people, potential clients, then getting to them faster and more effectively and more targeted with what the
Mhm.
conversation is about is probably going to be a benefit to the agent.
Oh yeah, 100%, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny when you hear it back. Like AI, it wants more conversation and engagement, yet AI is, not a real person to, right? But it does look for that, right? How can we create more engagement? How can we provide more insight to the end user? Um, so yeah, I definitely agree.
Gotcha. Now, um, here's here's something that I want to ask because I think this is important. I know that AI can do a lot of things, but there's probably some stuff that it still shouldn't do because we are still humans and we
Yep.
are, still running our own businesses. So I think like how I try to look at it is like AI can handle scalability and volume of things
Mhm.
and sorting. This is the right person, talk to them. This is the right here, these people are
Mhm.
like, it's very very important. However, you can't really automate empathy
No.
as well as other things, right? So I think that really being the person behind the conversations is important. And the question I want to ask you is, I get automated marketing messages from people and I can tell they're AI generated and not just written with AI, but it'll be like, "Hey Max, congratulations on this achievement over I'm so it'll mention something that's just not
Yeah.
even true." I'm like, "You haven't looked at my business at all. You haven't looked at my page. You don't
Yeah.
know who I am." You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So,
still a little little new out there. And if you actually go into ChatGPT and say, "Hey, can you cite the sources and where did you get this or where did this fact come from?" We've seen, them go, "Oh, actually this wasn't really a fact. I kind of just made it up." Like, so you have to be careful with certain things, right? And not believing just everything you read or hear, like fact check it across, right? So that's the biggest thing is like it's not there to replace you or your knowledge, but it's there to help assist, update tonality, elaborate on something. But the biggest thing is like anything that's stats or facts, you should really be the one that's like adding those in and telling it to use this stat, or give it a, link to reference, right? Um, but it can help with what writer's block. It can help elaborate. It can help go pull things. Okay. The don't have it replace you. And you're absolutely right. We even here at Agent Elite tried to use an AI kind of lead connector where if a lead came in, we wanted AI to text, respond, things like that with it. And it we realized really quick that it's not where it needs to be from a communication standpoint. Okay. Um, it is actually where we were noticing that it didn't have the empathy or it didn't have that kind of common sense emotional intelligence to it. So somebody would say, "Yeah, I'm just looking, but I'll have to reach out later." Okay, yeah, no problem. We can do that. And then it would ask a question, and they would say, "Okay, yeah, I'll check back later." And it would try to still go, "Yeah, totally get it," but and it would like repeat itself, like it would get stuck in this loop when somebody would say, "Okay, thank you." Okay, thank you. It wouldn't stop. And so those are the pieces where it's like, yeah, you're not a human. Get your AI
right,
back off.
right. Yeah, because it consistently wants to continue. Like, so the more you talk to it, the more it knows about you. So like my chat, like I tend to catastrophize a little bit in my life, and I'll be talking to Chat GPT about something, and it'll literally know, like, now Max, you have a pattern of blowing things out of proportion. You know what I mean? So the
Yeah,
more
so
it
it
learns about
memorizes the
you,
history. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I guess that makes sense if you're talking to it and you're like, I'm good now, and it's like, okay, I get it. Would this be helpful? How about that? And it just continues to like
Right?
offer
It's that
things, right?
nagging girlfriend that doesn't back up, like, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Just leave, okay, block." And so that wasn't a great experience. So you
right,
gotta test things out, but also tweak and iterate. Know that just because you set something up once, that you're not gonna have to go and improve it or review it, things like that.
right.
So, is there
Just
a
to
high devs?
Yeah. Go. Yeah, I was just gonna say that high devs. Yeah, or that might be high devs. I don't know with the two eyes, but yes, we are live. This is Elite Zone Live. We are from Agent Elite. We help real estate agents market better and do all kinds of neat stuff with tools and systems and everything. So right now we're talking about AI SEO and AI lead generation for real estate agents, and how real estate agents can leverage that. So thanks for jumping on. And yeah, just to catch you up. And now we get to talk about the really practical, interesting part, because we talk about a lot of information, but I always like to give a clear roadmap. So if I'm an agent and I'm new to AI and I'm not really, using it in every aspect of my business yet, Shauna, where do I start so I don't get overwhelmed? What's the first
Mhm.
thing that I do if I'm like, I know I need to implement some sort of AI into my business for ranking, for lead generation, for nurture, for content, X, Y, and Z?
Um, so that's kind of a loaded question, right? It's subject. You can go a couple different ways. First thing, if you've never touched it, used it, like, go on a Google search and read the AI responses and how it's responding to you, things like that. Um, Go to ChatGPT for free and ask it questions, right? Just listen to the way it responds to your question or prompt. A prompt is what you're typing into that search area, right? That's where I'd start first, is like, just see how it responds. It's not, I want you to see that it's not intimidating. You're not gonna break it. You're not, there's no need to be overwhelmed and like, I don't get, it's like, it's just a search bar, just like you were using Google. But you gotta ask it a question instead of like a keyword or anything. Like, it's gonna respond back to you almost like somebody's writing you an email or texting you. There's different functionalities now in settings where you can use like an instant answer me really fast, find the fastest answer, or something called thinking. So like, I use ChatGPT thinking mode because I want it to actually take a minute, think about what I'm asking, and see if it can do any research anywhere. Sometimes I need it to take a minute to think on the memories that I have in there from things. That's the first step. If you haven't done anything, like, just start and look at it and ask it some questions. Ask it, even type in your name, as a real estate agent. Ask it where you're located. Ask it those things and see what comes back. Right. Um, let's say that you do that. Okay, you're the person that's probably a little bit more a big novice, and you are the one that is um, already using it for search, but you're not using it for anything else. Then I would probably take a step back and go, how can I use this to put out more content or help me write an email or structure something, right? A blog post is like probably the first easiest way to start. But don't just believe and say, write me a blog post for, real estate in San Diego. No, like, be more detailed. I want a blog post on what it's like living in San Diego, in Little Italy, downtown. Give me a few prime restaurants, put more details in what you want, right?
Yeah.
And then you can come
Just,
back and
just,
say, I
re-
want
just,
this
re-
tone.
right. Yeah. And just real quick, just to give a little extra insight, is you can copy URLs
Mhm.
and drop them in and say, use this as a like, hey, I want to create a blog post about this neighborhood. Here's
Yeah.
here's a website that's based on this neighborhood,
Mhm.
or other blogs, and I want to, grab some knowledge or some
Yeah.
info from there. You can do it from, you could log into what is it? The MLS, like your MLS, and
Yeah.
you can pull data from there and then put it into ChatGPT and say, hey, I need to use this to write a compelling blog post.
Hmm.
How can I do that? And it'll, take the info and list it
Absolutely.
out for you,
And
right?
then what
Yeah.
you and
Yeah.
then what I would do to take it a step further is then go to your website, grab that community on your website link and say, okay, now I want you to also create backlinks to my website and and give it the
That's
links you
it.
want it to use. Like,
Yep.
so this is exactly what we do with clients, but we're the ones sitting there doing the work,
Yep.
manipulating it, spending the hours on it. And so if you don't want to do it yourself and learn all of that's where the concierge comes in.
Yeah, exactly. And so what just to let people know, how do you get info on the concierge service and who do you talk to in order to do that? Do we just book a demo?
If you're not an Agent Elite client, then yeah, I would absolutely go to agentelite.com, the top right, book a demo.
Yeah.
If you are an Agent Elite client, call in, right? Or
Yep.
email in. You know how to get a hold of your account rep, things like that. Email support at agentelite.com or call them 619-780-6686. And then you can get help and they'll help you and point you in the direction, right? Concierge is just to help you take 10 to 20, 30 hours off of your plate every month.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes here's the thing. The crazy thing about AI is at first it's like, okay, well, AI is going to help me with speed and scalability. And then when you compare it, like, well, last year I was able to get this much done, but now, like, the arena has changed, like the baseline for how much you can get done has grown so much that now it's like, well, how can we be better and do more? And how can we be better and do more? And how can we be better and do more? And it's going to, just keep down that path. And so it becomes like a full job. Marketing your business, social media alone can be, 6 to 8 hours a day if you're really trying to, get into it. I see that there's a comment too. High Dev says you can create automated agents that will scrape data for better results. And that is
Mhm.
a very good point. Yes, you absolutely can. There are bots that you can train to do that and to do all kinds of things nowadays. So that's very true. This is a rapidly growing field. So, like we said, I would suggest, don't miss the train. It's already left the station. So make sure you're on board, make sure you're up to speed with not only, what AI is and what it does, but how to practically use it and where to get the information to do so. So yeah, like Shauna said, start with the blog post, start with an email. Look at your business and think, what are the things I'm doing that take up the most time? And then ask yourself, is there a way that AI can help with this? And then ask ChatGPT, hey, here's the things that are taking me the most time. How can you help me with this? What would you suggest? A, B, C, X, Y, and Z. So I think that's definitely a good way to start out. Now, if I want to learn just about all of Agent Elite services, AI or no AI, you can just go to the website, agentelite.com. Everything should be right there. But there's also the help.agentelite.com, and that's available
Mhm.
to anybody. Anybody can go there if you kind of want to get more of a crash course on like the in-depth how things work and more of the FAQs. Is that right, Shauna?
Yeah, like you can get more insight from help.agent elite. You can go to Agent Elite, schedule your demo, reach out to support, things like that to help you. Um, and also these podcasts. And we're getting ready to kick off a new marketing lab series come and probably in November. And it's going to be, a 6 to 8 week boot camp series that anybody can join in. Where we're once a week, we're going to talk about live in a webinar, a live webinar. People can jump in, ask questions, things like that. Um, and we're going to give you all our strategies, our tips, tricks, so that you can go and do it yourself.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's excellent. So yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, sharing of information, making sure people you know, get what they need when they need it. So hope it's been an informative episode. And I know there's so much to unwrap and unpack with AI, but just to recap, AI SEO, that's going to drive traffic, right? AI lead gen, that's going to convert the traffic. And then when you're nurturing, if you're using predictive analytics or you're using AI technology to read and study the behavior of people on your websites, that's going to segment those people. So you're actually starting conversations with people that are more likely to become clients. Yeah. So that's kind of how it
Mhm.
works all together. Yeah, that's it, guys. Don't get left behind. Jump on the train.
No.
The future's already here.
Choo
So
choo.
you know where to go if you need help. You can DM us, agentelite.com. Check out the Visible Agent. We've got a guide that goes over essentially how you can become more visible, and not just in general, but in your market to the right people. So check that out, agentelite.com/visible. And then Elite Zone. Check out the podcast. Look at the other lives we've done. This is where you get the free education. And then if you want help with this stuff, then you just reach out to us and boom, we're going to get that for you. So that's all we got for this week. Shauna, what's the challenge and the encouragement until next week?
Just go open ChatGPT. Just search it. See what it's about. Don't be afraid of it. You're not going to break it.
All right. Sounds good. Well, then we'll see all of you next week. Shauna, have a wonderful week and get out there, get using AI, and, let us know how it goes. Get in touch.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.